Hello and welcome to marketing91.com. In this video, we are going to cover the topic on marketing metrics. Let's start with the introduction. Marketing teams use values that can be measured to show the success of campaigns across all marketing channels. These set of measurable values that make it easy for marketers to quantify, compare, and interpret their performances are called marketing metrics. Many different types of measures are employed to evaluate marketing effects. Marketing metrics function over a range of different channels. These channels range from website to email marketing and even social media. Choosing the right metric for every channel is very crucial. Moving on, let's look at some of the best marketing metrics, starting with brand awareness, market share, sales qualified leads, return on investment, return on marketing investment, customer engagement, customer satisfaction, customer acquisition cost, retention, customer lifetime value, purchase funnel, customer attrition, and net promoter score. Now let's look at each one of them briefly. First, brand awareness. It tracks how people discover the brand on social media and search engines. Next, market share. It is the percentage of total sales generated by a company in the entire industry. Third, sales qualified leads. It is when a prospective customer is willing to engage with the sales team. Fourth, return on investment is the gain or loss incurred on an investment in relation to the amount invested. Fifth, return on marketing investment. It measures the capacity of all marketing campaigns to create new revenue. Sixth, customer engagement. It is the interaction between an external customer and organization. This could take place through various online or offline channels. Seventh, customer satisfaction. It is a measure of how the expectations of the customers from a company's products and services are met or exceeded. Eighth, customer acquisition cost. It measures the gross amount of funds needed to acquire a new customer. Ninth, customer retention. It is the company or product's ability to hold on to its customer over a specific period. 10th, customer lifetime value. It is a measure of the amount of gross profit that one customer can generate over the entire span of time that they do business with the company. 11th, purchase funnel. It is the understanding of the customer acquisition process right from awareness to purchase. 12th, customer attrition. Measures the rate at which the company loses a customer over time. And finally, net promoter score. As the name stands, it is a measure of the likelihood that a customer might recommend, or I would say promote, a firm, a product or a service to a friend or colleague. It is in the form of percentage. It is the most commonly recorded on a scale of 1 to 10 by the customer, which later helps in deriving the percentage for the company. Now moving on to some email marketing metrics. First, open rates. That is the number of people opening your email. Second, click-through rates. That is the total amount of people who click on a link enclosed within your email. Third, unsubscribe rates. The number of people who click on a link or button to stop receiving your emails. Fourth, hard bounces. The number of times one sends an email to an address that no longer exists. Fifth, soft bounces. The number of emails sent to a full inbox that will not be instantly received. Sixth, delivery rate. The number of emails that actually get delivered. And finally, earnings per email or click. The amount of income your email or link click generates. Moving on to social media metrics. First, reach. The number of people who view your content. Second, engagement. The number of people engaging and interacting with your content in the form of likes, shares, etc. Third, actions. The number of people who click on the links and call to action buttons on your page. Fourth, conversion. Number of people who develop from being a user of your site to an actual paying customer. And fifth, page previews. The number of people hovering over your page before clicking on it. Moving on to website metrics. First, traffic. It means the number of people who visit your site. Details like from where can be tracked to sources. The sources can be anything from direct, referral, organic or social. Second, average time on page. It measures the time span spent on a page by a viewer. Third, conversions. It is when a user upgrades to becoming a customer. Fourth, bounce rate. It is the number of people who are leaving your site after visiting just one page. Fifth, new and returning visitors. It is the number of new visitors on the page and the number of visitors returning back to the page. Sixth, interactions. It is the behavior of the users on your site. Habits like time on each page, comments, shares, clicks, etc. are observed. Seventh, top organic landing pages. The pages where people enter your site after using a search engine. It highlights the most visible pages. 8th, page loading times. It is the time taken by a web page to load. 9. Search trends. helps in understanding if your keywords or SEO strategy is working and if users are being drawn to your site because of them. Now moving on to the importance of marketing metrics. First, using metrics productively can help in overcoming the giant hurdle of unpredictability. Second, marketing metrics help in gaining information about competitors, gauging their strengths and weaknesses, and make critical budgetary decisions which impact the success and your return on investment. Third, all the in-depth and data-driven metric knowledge can be used to help make informed marketing decisions during the planning of a campaign. Fourth, the marketing performance and the success of the strategies can be evaluated. And finally, through analyzing metrics that are relevant to a campaign. Now moving on to some examples, starting with Burger King, in this case the campaign matrix. Burger King's Whopper Detour campaign promotion used geofencing technology to mark 14,000 McDonald's locations across the United States. Unlocking when users came in within 600 feet of McDonald's restaurant, the only thing a customer had to do was download Burger King's app and drive to a nearby McDonald's. After reaching the destination, customers automatically received a coupon on their mobile for a 1-cent Whopper. And finally, the campaign matrix. Burger King received 1.5 million app downloads, 3.3 billion impressions, which were equivalent to about $37 million in earned media. Moving on to the next example of Apple, in this case the post matrix. Shot on iPhone was started as a challenge. iPhone users were invited to share their best shot on social media like Instagram or Twitter. After a panel of judges reviewed the submissions, a select few were featured on billboards, Apple retail stores and online. Last checked on October 28, 2020, hashtag Shot on iPhone has more than 16.7 million posts only on Instagram. It is plausibly one of the most victorious user-generated campaigns which launched an online moment. This moment is still relevant till today and is reviewed each year. Moving on to the last example of website metrics, in this case Amazon.com. The global rank for the website stands at 13, the country rank is 4, and in terms of category for e-commerce and shopping marketplace, it is number 1. As far as engagement is concerned, it has total visits about 2.4 billion, pages per visit is 8.73, average visit duration is extremely high at 7 minutes 9 seconds, and a bounce rate of 35.98%. Moving on to more metrics, traffic to Amazon by country, US leads with about 82.07%, the next in line is Canada with 1.49%, United Kingdom at 1.21%, China at 1.42%, and India at 1.07%. Further, Amazon receives traffic from social media as well, which accounts for a total 5.11%. And in that social media, YouTube gets about 60% of the traffic to Amazon.com. So that's it, folks. This brings an end to the topic on marketing metrics. These are some of the sources and links referred to for the content in the video. If you have liked the video, do subscribe to our channel. If you want to view these videos in an organized manner, you can visit freecourses.net, where all our videos are arranged in the form of courses. Thank you and see you in the next video.